Join us now to discuss is author and supply chain consultant Jim Nels. Jim, thanks for being here tonight.
Hi, Kara. It's great to be with you. You never like to celebrate someone losing their job, but it couldn't have happened to a better person than Kim Gardner. I'm very excited that in the last 10 days, we've had two Soros-backed prosecutors either resign or elect not to run for office. So we got rid of Kim Foxx in Chicago, and Kim Gardner is on her way out the door in St. Louis. We've got about 18 more to go, and then we'll be ready to get some new ones in there. But we got to have the people go out there and vote and elect somebody who will enforce the law. But let me tell you about some really stupid things that are going on right now in our world. Let's start with the military. As you know, everyone except for Space Force and the Marines are having a hard time meeting their recruiting goals. The Navy expects to be 6,000 sailors short this fiscal year, but they have a plan, Kara. They've decided that the best way to get people to sign up for the military is to have a drag queen be the spokesperson and the face of recruiting for the Navy. Now, I'm a proud Navy veteran, and I can tell you right now, no one that I served with would have been motivated to join so that they could be hanging out with a drag queen while they're at sea for 6 months, not being able to see their family. So that's ridiculous. Most of the people who join the military come from the South. They're poor, they're undereducated, and they come from relatives and they come from families that had prior military service. With this one, I've got to agree with my good friend Robert O'Neill, who killed bin Laden. He said, China's going to destroy us, and I can't believe I fought for this BS. But it doesn't stop there. Let's look at Chicago. On her way out the door, Kim Foxx decided to have one more really stupid thing. There were two teenage boys who stole a car, and in the process of stealing that car, they crashed into a minivan, killing a 6-month-old child, injuring 3 other people. Now, Kim Foxx is going to prosecute them to the fullest extent possible for trespassing. Criminal trespassing is what those two have been charged with. Now, we shouldn't be surprised. The new mayor-elect, he has already said that we can't demonize youth. We got to let the youth do what they're going to do, right? So it's crazy. It's going to be a long, hot summer in Chicago, and I'm really terrified what's going to happen. Let's go to Texas. Even bad things happen in Texas. We saw an illegal alien kill 5 people, kill 5 of his neighbors because they asked him to stop shooting his gun in the backyard at 11 o'clock at night. The sad part is this person was prohibited by law from owning a firearm. So therefore, we got to go after the firearms and let's pass some new laws. But also, this person had been deported no fewer than 4 times. He should not have been in the country. The really, really sad part about this is that 2 of the dead women, they found live children underneath the women. So they sacrificed their lives to save these 2 children. Now, the good news is that Karine Jean-Pierre, the greatest press secretary in modern history, is telling us that illegal immigration is down by 90%. But to get the other 10%, we're going to send 1,500 active duty military to the border to help process the illegals coming across. This is something that both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris said was a really stupid television stunt when it was done by former President Trump. But let's not stop there, because let's look at what Joe Biden is doing. We have new mortgage rules in place. Yes, if you save your money, if you play by the rules, if you pay your bills and get a good credit score and you have a large down payment to put on a house, guess what? You get to subsidize those people who don't play by the rules. So your fees are going to go up. So the fees and the interest payment for someone who doesn't have good credit and doesn't have a big down payment will go down. This is ridiculous. And did we not learn anything in 2010 when we gave loans to people who shouldn't have had a house in the first place because they didn't have the credit? This kind of reminds me of old Joe's attempt to have the middle class subsidize the tuition of someone who got a C- average in gender studies and is now a barista, but let's have the plumber pay for that person's tuition. Now, a couple of good ones though. In San Francisco, they're getting their just desserts here, and I don't mean that tongue in cheek. Whole Foods is closing its flagship store in downtown San Francisco, and Nordstrom's is closing 2 of their stores in San Francisco. They both cited high crime and employee safety and high theft rates as the reason for doing this. San Francisco in the past year, murders are up 20%, robberies are up more than 13%.